Hi, I'm Terri Larson with Lepic-Kroeger Realtors.
And I'm Andi Miller with LKR. Today, we're going to go over commonly asked questions as a seller regarding property taxes. Do a little role play here. We're going over our closing figures, either the closing numbers solely or on the closing disclosure. And why am I having to pay more property taxes when I'm current on paying my taxes?
That is the most common question when people are getting their closing disclosures is, why am I having to pay property taxes when I've already paid my property taxes? Iowa does things a little unusual where we pay property taxes a year in arrears. So in 2024, you're actually paying property taxes for the time period of 2023. We also do property taxes on a fiscal calendar year from July 1st through the next year, June 30th. And even though property taxes are calculated on a fiscal year, they are paid twice a year in March and September. So this is where it gets pretty confusing on how they're calculated and how they're paid and for what time period they are paid. In August of every year, homeowners will get a statement. Well, it could be the end of July or August. They'll get a statement from Johnson County Treasurer, and oftentimes people think it is a bill, and it will have a March statement and it'll have a September statement on it. And people always question, ooh, am I supposed to pay my taxes? And I even do it even after all these years, take a double take and say, I think my taxes are escrowed. But it always kind of catches you off guard because in fine print it says if your taxes are escrowed, they're being paid by your lender. But it does look like a bill. So we have a handy guide. We call it the Property Tax Payment Guide. And I think there'll be an insert here that will put this information on for you to see. But you can tell from this that when you are paying your property taxes, say in March of 24, which was last month, you were paying them for the time period of January 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2023. So yes, you paid your property taxes in March. You thought you were current, and you were for what was owed but not due. And then when you get down to September of 2024, you are actually paying them for the time period of July 1st, 2023 to December 31st of 2023. Now, you're getting ready to close on your house, right?
Yes.
And if we look at that, you're going to close on your house, say on May 1st, for example. So May 1st of 2024, you will owe taxes from July 1st of 2023 all the way until May 1st of 2024.
That's a lot of dates.
That's a lot of dates. Now, do they escrow your insurance premium and your property taxes in your monthly mortgage?
I don't know on that. I'll have to look at my my interest payment that I get at the beginning of the year for what I've paid, or I can always call my lender and ask.
Correct. So if they are paying your property taxes from your escrow account, then that money is still in your escrow account. At closing, they will take and put this in as a closing cost, and you will pay for your property taxes through May 1st. But if you have money in an escrow account that's been collected for your taxes, the lender will have 30 days to get that tax money back to you, whatever's in your escrow account.
And what if I don't have a mortgage on my property? How do I pay my taxes?
So if you don't have a mortgage, when you get that bill in August from the treasurer of Johnson County, it will have the September payment coupon and it will have the March payment coupon. You will pay your taxes using those two coupons. You can pay 6 months at a time, or you could pay a whole year at a time if you wanted to.
Okay. All right. Well, what if I miss my tax deadline and I forget about it until April?
That can cause a problem because Johnson County will put you on a delinquent property tax list. And after a certain length of time, they can come back and sell your property on a tax sale. They're not very good about telling you that you missed paying your taxes. You just have to be mindful that you need to.
And if we close in May and we realized we have forgotten to pay March taxes,
they will collect them at closing again.
So I'll pay double taxes to bring myself current.
Yes.
And then pay forward to the buyer.
The day of closing. The reason you pay property taxes through the day of closing is because if you look at the chart again, in September of 2024, the new buyer is going to owe property taxes from July 1st of 2023 to December 31st of 2023. But they didn't live there, but they have to pay the taxes. So you're giving them a credit at closing to cover the tax period when you owned the home. They didn't. And then in March of 2025, they're actually paying the taxes from January 1st of 2024 to June 30th of 2024. So part of that year also will be covered in the credit that they give you at closing. So it's great when you're the home buyer because you get this nice credit, but when you're a home seller, you're paying it forward to the next person.
Wow. Taxes can be confusing.
Well, they always say there's 3 things that are certain: death, taxes, and that concrete cracks. So we covered taxes today.
There we go. If you have any further questions regarding property tax guides or payments, feel free to reach out to your LKR agent and they will be happy to explain it to you.